Questions for Wes?
Wes, have you lost your southern accent a little bit after being up here?
Yeah, it's definitely diminished in the past year.
Sure. What was it like to come to Idaho State being from Georgia? What was the cult? Was it a culture shock, or what was different?
The view was definitely the main change. We have hills, but we don't have anything like the mountains we have out here. But other than that, the culture shock. I don't come from a real big town, so I mean it's not too big of a culture shock for me. So.
Cool. How did you feel about the offensive line's performance on Saturday?
I feel like we, first time playing all us five as a unit in a game, I feel like we played really well. I feel like we have room for improvement as, of course we would. It's only first game. It's just to feel it out and see, get chemistry together. But I feel like we played well, but like I said, there's always room for improvement.
Is it a stepping stone, this game? I mean, the running game really hasn't been there in the last couple of years because of the offensive line, but Finney comes out with 80-plus yards. Do you feel like that's a start for you guys to show that you can, run block?
Oh, definitely. I feel like we've definitely emphasized the run game a lot this year. From spring to coming into fall camp, we've emphasized the run game. And I feel like, we could have games this year where we put up over 100 by one of our single running backs, if not by multiple. So I feel like we're definitely just getting started with the run game.
You guys are a young offensive line, but youth with experience. You played, Travis Namahala played last year, Colin played last year. Talk about how much more you guys can grow as a unit.
Oh, like you said, we're so young, but we also have experience. We started 3 freshmen last year in different scenarios, and I feel that only helps us as a whole. I mean, the oldest player on the offensive line is Nick, and he's still got 2 years left with us. So I feel like with the experience we have, along with the maturity we have, even though we're young, we're still able to get the job done and play smart.
Wes, as an offensive lineman, can you talk a little bit about the differences, if there are any differences, between the O-line for Kevin, the O-line now for Justin? Are there differences in the way the quarterbacks, let's say, work the huddle or get things going for you guys?
Well, we don't really run a huddle, but...
That's true.
But, I mean, I feel like, last year our offensive line for Kevin, we played well, but we were focused on, protecting him, and we weren't as focused on the run game. But I feel like this year, with the new offensive line and the fact that Justin moves well as a quarterback, that's really helped us a lot be almost more aggressive. Because if we're aggressive and we do make a mistake, we know that Justin can bail us out with his feet.
A little more balance?
Yeah, definitely a lot more balanced.
Tell me about the emotions in the locker room after winning that game Saturday.
It always feels great to win the first one, and it feels great to win a game, at the college level, period. I feel like we always count down the points after the games, the points that we put up on the board, and I feel like if we can do that 7-8 more times this year, that would be a great experience because, I didn't come from a very successful high school team. We won a few games here and there, but nothing like that. So I feel like being part of a winning program, which we have the capability to do here, would be an awesome experience.
Coach says that Dixie State really resembled a Big Sky team up front. Would you mimic that statement? Would you agree with that? And how does that help? How does facing the Dixie State team help you do that 7 or 8 more times?
Well, Dixie State, they're up front. They definitely had the size, the speed, and the ability to. They all could have been Big Sky defensive linemen, and I feel like that helps us because that gives us, an extra game against a really good opponent. And just like this week, we have another really good opponent coming up, and we just look week to week just to focus on that team. It's faceless opponents for us. So.